Hello and welcome to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center. And have we got a show for you today?
We sure do. First up, we've got Bryan in the studio. Bryan is, well, just multi-talented.
I want to say, yeah, kind of, a Renaissance man, a little bit of everything.
He does a lot of voiceover, music, all that kind of stuff. And
animation.
He wrote us a special song for the morning show, so we're very excited about that. Also on the show today, we've got Bethany from Bambino Sitters. This app is probably going to be a lifesaver.
Oh my gosh, for so many parents, because trying to go out and do something, because there's so much going on.
Yeah.
But if you got little ones, how do you go out and do it?
So this is a brand new app to Arizona, and she's going to share all the details about it, and you can catch it right here.
So, Melissa, how was your weekend?
Busy. It was a busy weekend. Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say that. I had a busy day.
Okay.
Yeah. So Saturday was nice. I just hung out with my parents. I haven't been feeling well lately, so just kind of laid around with mom and dad, watched Clint Eastwood movies, let mom baby me a little bit.
Okay.
So so that was nice. And then Sunday was a busy day at the studio. So our very own producer, Anne, was doing a Reiki share and session. That was amazing. I attended that. And then my good friend Diane Dresbach was actually filming her.
Oh, so she did. I didn't ever hear she actually had signed. Oh, cool.
Yeah. And the setup was wildly impressive, and they're going to be doing that for the A3F Film Challenge. So that'll be really cool to see the finished product. It was our first film shoot up here, so yeah, it's kind of cool to see that. And then I have a tradition with my friend Kim, who's the founder of the Worldwide Women's Film Festival. We don't make the cookies; we just decorate them.
Okay.
So we decorated some Halloween cookies, and
nice.
River, one of our staff here, River had never decorated a cookie before, so that was.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Something new to add to the resume.
I know, so that was really good.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, Friday was fair, so that was a hoot. Always loved going to the fair, then had an event later on. And then Saturday was part of a fashion show at the fair.
That's right.
So that was a lot of fun. Basically, it was my friend Jenny Culler, who I think we're going to try and have on as a guest.
Great.
Talking just about Arizona fashion. So we had a little bit of Lloyd Kiva-New, a variety of other designers in those patio sets that really came of age in the 50s and allowed so many women to work from home, not being tied to one of their traditional jobs. So it was really a lot of fun. And then just hung out at the fair.
You basically just live at the fair now, right?
For those 2 days, pretty much, yeah. And so that was, but it was so much fun.
Well, that's great. So I want to announce one thing before we get you right to the amazing guests that we have, and that is that all month long during the week of October, our partner, Retail Therapy, is doing giveaways. All sorts of giveaways. There's gift boxes. There's a partnership with Morning Jam where you can get some yummy food or coffee.
Cool.
So if you're not already following On the Morning Show and Retail Therapy, I would definitely do that because we're going to be sharing all the giveaways as they come up, and you could definitely win some awesome stuff. So,
Yeah, indeed. Who doesn't love to win awesome stuff?
I know. Do some shopping. Yeah, it'll be a good time. All right, we've got Bryan here ready to, I think, blow your mind a little bit about what he's been able to do with AI and music.
Yeah.
And then Bethany here. Parents, if you are looking for childcare options, this is a really, really, really great segment. You don't want to miss this one.
Welcome back to the morning show. I am Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center.
And it is a fabulous day indeed because we have Bryan Young here who did something really cool for us. I know. Okay, so first we'll introduce you. Hi, Bryan.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. It's great to be here.
You are with Clover Voiceover.
Yes.
So I assume that means you're a voiceover artist.
Yes, how I started, yes.
Okay, but you're also some kind of a musician because you wrote a song for
Yeah.
the Morning Show.
I'm saying not just any song, but
Yeah.
a song.
Yeah, I've been a creator at heart. Ever since I was young, I was always a creator. I was always changing words to songs, kind of recreating things and that kind of nature. And then it started, went over to voiceover. And I went to Walter Cronkite. They kind of taught me all kinds of different things of how to project my voice and how to really do it. That led to radio, and then that led to voiceover. But then I kind of wanted to create my own things. I could do the voices, but I needed to create my own media for it so that I would be able to do all of them together. So that's when I started making videos and making music, and I've kind of put a portfolio together. I'm offering it to songwriters or to artists as well too, songs for them to sing. Anybody that would want to be able to do that, they could go to my catalog and see everything that I've made and produced.
That's really cool. So you definitely have a good voice. Like, it is a noticeable feature.
Thank you.
About you. I also went to Walter Cronkite.
Really?
So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I went. I was a corporate journalist for 10 years, and so I did go there. And same as you, I kind of wanted to do my own thing, so left and started my own business. But I love that you brought up in your email to us. You talked about the value of voiceover work for businesses, having voiceover for marketing materials and things like that. And I think it's interesting because I know it's dumb, but I never really thought about it, like hiring a professional to do it.
Yeah, I had a random phone call a few months ago from a friend of mine, and he said, "Can you do a commercial for me?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Absolutely." And he needed it right away. He needed it within 5 hours. I have a home studio, and I said, "Yep, absolutely." And I got it to him.
Yeah.
And the very next night, they had it playing on Fox 10.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it was amazing. Like, just being able to that quickly, just being able to respond. But with it was they were using AI voices, and they were kind of just using just like regular AI voice. But he said that he wanted a little bit more like oomph to it, like an actual person, and it did so much better of marketing than what they were doing previously. So it's really that connection of that human person that's saying, save $500, and really showing that emotion.
So are a lot of those AI voices now? Is that a common thing?
Yeah, there are a lot. There's a website that you can go to, voicejockeys.com, and that's where they go, and they have it very cheap. So it's might maybe not be the best kind of product. I mean, I guess really it all really depends on the project. But yes, a lot of places are relying on AI voices now.
Well, because a lot of them, it's like if you listen to the voice, it's so similar that you can't really, it like blends into the next one, blends into the next one. So that's why I think having something that's a little bit more unique suddenly.
I always thought it was just the same guy getting a ton of work. I was like, oh, he must be the go-to voiceover.
Well, it used to be like the voiceover, like the movie voiceover guy, like Don LaFontaine, I believe his name was. Yeah,
that's a great name.
He pretty much owned that industry.
Yeah. So what do you enjoy doing most when you create? Is it the voiceover work? Is it music? You said you also provide video content.
Oh yeah. I actually started a brand new YouTube channel for all of my music, but showing it in a music video type of a way. Okay. So I actually make it into a music video. I'll have like the person lip syncing to the song, everything, making it really fun.
Yeah.
I just did a Nintendo one that's really fun.
Oh, cool.
Animating Mario and Luigi and everything like that. And I made that pop punk. So it's like a pop punk song that's Mario themed. That's called My Nintendo Down Rainbow Road, and it's going down Rainbow Road. And that's probably one of my favorite projects. But what I love most about it, what starts it, is how I want the audience to feel when they view it. Right. I'll get an idea, and then I'll just start jotting it down, and then I'll think of like a great rhyme, and I'll be like, oh, that's good, and then it's time to start sitting down and writing it. And just knowing sometimes you write a song and it might not be in the right genre. You might think that it's not that great, and then you try it in something and it just clicks and it really moves people. And when I made a video recently for a friend of mine, and he wanted to take his father and change him into John Wayne for a video for Father's Day. So we did an entire video where I took his face and put him onto John Wayne, and then we animated it and did this whole thing with the song, and it just blew his dad away for this video. And that's when I knew that I had something and that I was onto something, because I could make tailor-made things for pretty much any event. If there's a wedding coming up, if someone's birthday's coming up, all I would need is just a little bit of information, and we could make something really fun.
That's really cool. That reminds me of, my dad made me watch, I spent time with my parents this weekend, and he made me watch Clint Eastwood movies.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't know my dad was this this Clint Eastwood obsessed.
Oh, that is so funny. I mean, all the Make My Day.
Yeah.
Any spaghetti westerns?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I think I might have napped a few times throughout that. But no, I mean, it just, that's a really kind of cool idea to gift somebody that's special to you, you know, if they have kind of an icon like that in their life. I love that. So is this something that, like, how did you learn to do all of the AI and kind of the programs and things that you use?
It all just kind of came together, and I learned things at different times, but now is when everything that I learned all kind of came together into one. Being able to voice, animate, also create, I mean, pretty much anything that I could think of right now, I would be able to create within 24 hours. I could make the song within an hour. I could start storyboarding it, and within 24 hours, I could actually make a video. I made a fake Amazon Prime commercial just to show that I could do it. I voiced it. I did the whole thing. It's just fun to do. Just personal projects. Some people watch television. I just love to create.
Yeah, I think that's incredible, because if you back in the day, if you hired an agency, it would take like months, you know, to get something like that done.
Yes.
And now you're talking about a ton of money.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I tried to say. It would be about $7,000 to $10,000 to be able to create this.
Right.
I created it for free.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that is so cool. So how can people learn more about your services and what you offer and work with you?
Well, I built my website that I'm very, very proud of. It has multiple pages. If you wanted to go to the Voiceover page, you would be able to hear all of my different samples. You would probably think that they're different people just because I'm going to be speaking them in different ways. And then there's also my music page. I coded 100 different songs, and if you click on country, it'll change to country. If you click on EDM, that'll change. And I put up our album art with like a little click and made it really great. So that way artists could kind of scroll through, see what they like, be like, oh, I like that song, and they know exactly how they could sing it. So it's kind of a blueprint for how they would be able to produce it themselves. So yeah.
Do you ever work with like kind of independent filmmakers who need help with like music for their films and things like that?
I would love to. I myself work for Cloth and Flame.
Yeah.
And they put on weddings. So I've been writing a lot of songs for weddings.
Okay.
I did a song that's called The Best Man. And this hypes up the best man. Says, let's get him a shot because he looks nervous. And then he goes into the song and it hypes him up and say, you know, like they've been best friends for 20 years.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that. And I've been trying to pitch it to Cloth and Flame. Imagine if, as they're walking in to get married, they hear a song that's tailor-made to them.
Yeah.
That's about their love and you know everything like that. So I've been trying to do that, but I would love to do filmmakers. Absolutely, anything they needed.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how hard of a time I had. I did a feature film several years ago, and just between all the licensing and, you know, like, I'm not a composer or a sound, like, I don't know how to do that super well, and didn't want to spend my time and energy necessarily focusing on that when there were like 1,000 other things, you know, to think about. And I just know a lot of independent filmmakers are in the same boat, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of times they'll go buy something, you know, very generic and, you know, or free or cheap, and it doesn't, and music is such a powerful like driver of the story that it's not something I feel like you should compromise on.
Yeah, and over time I've learned how to make it better, like how to make it that way. If you put a 4-chord progression into the song, or if you give them that change in the chord, or if you write it with 4-syllable hooks, that's going to be kind of like what Taylor Swift or Tim McGraw kind of does.
Okay.
They do like that it's like almost like an earworm.
Yeah.
So it really feels good for you to hear it, and it actually like releases endorphins, and you're like, oh, I like this. It makes you feel good. I kind of learned how to be able to do that. Kesha does that in her music as well too.
Okay.
So yeah, anything that someone needed for like a film, maybe like a podcast intro or anything, I would love to work with them.
Okay, great idea. So we talked about your awesome website, but you didn't actually say what your website is.
I know. I was like, okay, and
I wanted it to rhyme with voiceover, so I named it Clover Voiceover.
Yeah.
And then I've also put out some music, and I made myself into a country star. And he's on Spotify, he's on Apple Music, he's on Amazon Music, all of the streaming platforms. Everything's written by me, produced by me, and I made myself into a country star.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, so I named him Clover, so that it would be Clover Voiceover.
Okay, I love it.
.com.
So what's next?
Well, I'm just trying to meet more people, kind of expand and see exactly how we can collaborate. Any projects that anybody has, if they could just come to me and we can figure something out, we could collaborate.
I know. I'm thinking, whatever happened to your Amazon parody commercial? I'm like,
I have it. I put everything up on YouTube. Yeah, I have my own personal YouTube channel, and then I just started a new one that's called Radia Radio, and that is my music videos. If somebody's having a party, you could just kind of put on some radio, and you'll also see the visuals as well too, along with it, and just kind of just chill. It's all good, happy music. Let's Change the World is a new song by Aubrey Hightower, is another person that I created. She's on Spotify, Apple Music, all of them, and it's all just really good-hearted music.
Say more when you say a person you created. What does that mean?
I created her face, how she looks, and I also created her voice with 11 labs. So every single time that she sings, it's the exact same voice.
Wow.
And then I was able to use that for the production for it. And then I create videos and I make it to where she's actually singing it. So to me, I kind of think of her almost as real.
Yeah. That's so
well, and that goes back to, the event they had over at the Orpheum that sold out, that is basically a hologram of someone singing. A hologram singing, because it's not a real person, it's this computer generated what this person looks like, and it packed the house.
Yeah.
It was sold out.
Yeah, and if you imagine the things that we could do with that as well, too, and who we could bring back, and that's amazing.
Well, if you're as curious as we are about...
I know, I have a feeling there's going to be a good cocktail or two in the future.
Yeah, about the things that he has created, make sure you check out his website, the YouTube channel, and Bryan seems absolutely open to collaboration and all sorts of different kinds of creative projects. So please reach out to him or to us if you'd like a connection. And this was such a cool thing to learn about. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
And it all came up because he was like, hey, here's a song.
I know, and we loved it. We were so excited about it when we got it. So thank you so much. That meant a lot. All right, we'll keep it right here. We've got more good things coming your way here at The Morning Show.
It's your morning, our community. We're ready to go. Rise up, feel the love. It's The Morning Show.
Welcome back to The Morning Show. I am Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center.
And we are talking about something that I think a lot of parents are going to find really helpful, especially with school.
I think parents will find it helpful, as well as the other side of the conversation will find it helpful.
What's the other side of the conversation?
The babysitters.
Oh, okay. Well, we didn't get there yet.
Well, we didn't get there yet, but just kind of...
I was like, the non-parenting
Yes,
folk?
exactly, the ones that are coming in to do.
So Marshall has already teased it a little bit. We've got Bethany here.
Hello.
Hello, with something really cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're with Bambino Sitters.
I am, yes.
Okay, this is new to Arizona,
It is,
right?
yeah, we're new to Phoenix, yeah.
Okay, so give us the lowdown.
So Bambino Sitters is an app platform that we have that connects local families families who need babysitting services with locally trusted babysitters that we have in the Valley.
Well, that's so smart. Clearly that's a need. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think what I thought was interesting in the email that we got was talking about, okay, sure, you can find sitters probably easily enough for weekends and those kinds of things, but a lot of people don't think about they've got early release days and all these different things that pop up, and
Right.
it can be really hard, especially if both parents are working.
Right.
So this sounds like a really smart solution.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a parent. I have 2 little girls, and there's times like right now it's fall break, for instance, and I have a 2-year-old who is only in school 2 days a week, and then I have a 6-year-old who's in first grade full time. So we have all these gaps, right? So it's just so nice. You have someone who's like, a lot of our sitters we have a very big roster of like college students, for instance, who are, nursing degrees and early elementary education degrees. And so it's like a great way for them to fill in the gaps for them and fill in the gaps for us. So, I mean, I've used Bambino, probably a dozen times now. We've had amazing sitters, like my daughters are always like, oh my gosh, she made the best mac and cheese ever. I'm like, okay, I love that. All
cool.
these things. So it just makes it so simple. You just go on the app, you're gonna put in, the time, the location, and then the sitters just will pop up like, I'm available, I can do this time. They have their own rates, they have their own hours. And so it really just seamlessly fits together of who's available and what we need.
Well, and I love when you said the word trusted. Because I think that's so important because,
Totally.
I mean, it's like, it's your little Bambino. It's like, and so
Yes.
being able to find someone who's maybe not your neighbor and may know a little bit more.
Oh, like you're just desperate and ask the guy from the deli, like, hey, can
Yeah,
you? No, I'm kidding. So I assume there's a vetting process.
Yes,
then
there
that they
is.
go
So
through.
when sitters go on, and a lot of it's word of mouth, like, there'll be a gal who babysits and she'll tell her friend and she's like, oh my gosh, like what a great idea. Like I want to sign up and do that.
Yeah.
So when the sitters go on, they have to fill out like a form. And then the biggest thing is they have to get a recommendation. So we will not put them live on our platform until they have a recommendation from someone who they have given childcare services to before, whether that's a former family they babysat for, a nanny, or maybe they used to work at a daycare facility or something like that. Yeah. So we'll go through and we'll make sure that gets approved. And then when their profile goes live, my favorite thing I think about the app is that they can put specialties. So they can put, yes, I'm CPR certified, and we'll verify
I have
that.
the option to
They can
message
get background
with the
checked.
sitter,
That's
ask them
something that is really
questions,
important
or
to them, and parents
communicate
want
with
that
them
too.
about
They
a
can put
special
if they've
request.
had experience
Like,
with infants.
can you please come
Not all
15
babysitters
minutes
have had
earlier
experience
than I
with,
originally
That's very
with
true.
a 5-month-old or something
Please
like that,
read
and
to
that's
the
something too
kids
that
and
parents
maybe bring any
want
fun
if
books
they
that
have
you have
experience
that you
with
think
that.
they might
If they are okay
The
with
sit
pets,
will automatically start at the
some might not be
designated
okay
start
with your
time,
cute
or
little
you
fuzzy
can
kitty that's
manually start it.
crawling around your house. What else do we have? If they're comfortable cooking meals, certain things like that. So I really love that you can go through and see the things that they're comfortable with and if it meets your needs, and then it's all on there too.
So if you end up falling in love with a babysitter, can you book them repeatedly?
You totally can,
Okay.
yeah. So they'll go into like your favorites and they'll be on there. You can like specifically just request your favorite sitter, or it can kind of go out to the general, like people who are in your area who are available. You can do it both ways too, so you know.
Yeah. And I'm curious, like, as far as the filters go, like, can you search by specialty or
So when
by
you're
price, or how does it work?
Yes,
Yeah.
totally. So that's a great question too, because sitters can set their own prices. So it's another
Yeah.
thing too that fits with budget. Childcare can be so expensive, especially if you're already a working parent who say you are also paying for daycare, for instance, but the daycare is closed for some sort of holiday or your child is sick, something like that. You can go in and filter by what their rates are, and it does something that I love too is that it doesn't go up. So if you have 2 children, their rate is their rate. If you have 4 children, their rate is their rate. There are other services that will like up the price every child you have. And so by the time at the end of the day, if you have 4 kids, you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't really afford this.
Yeah.
So it's something that I really love too, is that there's no hidden little things like that. And so you can go in and be able to sort that way too. You can check their schedules, all their specialties. You can definitely filter through all that.
Is there, can you do like last minute sitters?
You can.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
And I've had to
nice,
do that
too.
before. Yeah.
Okay.
I've had to be like the morning of, or like for instance, my husband and I went to the Format concert that was just here at the
Yay!
fair.
Yeah.
And it was like noon. And I'm like, what if I get tickets? Can we go? And I'm like, let's find a sitter first. Like 15 minutes later, yep, I got my sweet girl Callie from GCU who's coming over to hang out with my kids that night. And then we got home and she was at our house 2 hours later. It was great.
Yeah. So I'm curious, is there any interaction with the parents and the sitter before the sitter actually shows up?
So once you are connected with a sitter, you can message them on the app.
Okay.
And normally the sitter, I've always had a sitter reach out to me first, and they'll say like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to meet you. Like, is there anything that like I need to know ahead of time? And when you do your booking too, you'll put a little summary in there that will say like, hi, my daughters are 6 and 2. This is just
okay.
going to be an afternoon of play and nap time and a snack.
Okay.
Or if it's bedtime, I would put that in there too so that they can see that. And then you can message each other. And then all throughout the evening too, that's just your form of communication. It's just through the app. You don't have to go through this like changing phone numbers, any kind of that. It's all through the app. Of course, I leave my phone number for any sort of emergency or anything like that. We have that all settled, but everything goes through the app and it just makes it so simple. The payment is through the app, the booking is through the app, the communication is through the app.
Yeah, that is really simple.
Yeah.
Is the app a membership program?
It is not a membership program. That
Okay.
is an option. But
Okay.
if you're just going on there to book a sitter, we charge a very simple $4.95 fee, booking fee that just covers the platform, and that's it. But if you're a parent who you know every Wednesday, for instance, like I need the sitter to do this, and it makes more sense for you to have the membership to get rid of that booking fee, that's absolutely an option too. And I do know parents in the neighborhood who that's what it is. You know, they need 2 days a week for someone to pick their child up from school, take them home, and hang out for just a couple hours.
Yeah, I just think about like high demand positions. So I nannied or babysat, you know, when I was in college, and I'm thinking about the editor-in-chief at the Republic. Like a lot of times, you know, she'd think that she was going to be home, you know, by a certain hour, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I had this thing pop up.
Yes.
Can you stay another?
Yes.
You know, and like for me, it was like more money, sure, you know. But I can imagine that that's really stressful if you don't have somebody that's, you know, I don't know, can consistently do that.
And even there's been times when we have had a sitter and you will put on their start time and an end time, and I know like 2 hours before we're supposed to be home, it's like, oh, we might be running a little bit late. Is that okay? And they're like, yes, totally. Like, take your time. It's not a big deal. It doesn't have to be this like, no, you have to be home on the dot. It's not a curfew, so to speak.
Can you tip them in the app too?
You can, yes.
Okay.
That is an option, yes.
That's nice.
So when the sitters are in charge of their start time and end time on the app, so that's already done for you. And then after the sitting ends, you'll go through as the parent and you'll just verify like, yep, those were the time frames, and then you're able to leave a review.
I was just going to ask that.
Yes, so we
Okay.
have like a 5-star rating scale.
Okay.
So you can leave them their stars, and then it'll like auto-generate like, were they on time, punctuality, did they clean up, that sort of things, but then you add your review. And I'm like a detailed review person, because when I read a review, I don't just want to know like, oh, that was great. I'm like, no, like cut, color, fabric, like tell me everything. So I will say that. I will say, oh my gosh, Katie was so great. Like she colored with my girls. They played and built a fort. She made the best mac and cheese my kids have ever eaten in their whole life. Like she did the dishes. She tucked them in for bed. So I will put very specific things in the reviews, because as a parent, when I'm reading that too, to know what sitters I want to be able to see that.
Yeah.
And so I do love that too. I do love that there's reviews on there. You can see their recommendations from that initial, like when they first got on the app, you can read that too. So those are all on there too.
If somebody like consistently has like a 2-star review, do they stay on the app?
So we have an excellent member care team. So they are 24/7. If there is any sort of issue, like you could be on the app messaging them and they will be in contact with you immediately.
Okay.
My job in the community too, which I think is nice, is like I consider myself like that friend who you're like, I just have a quick question about this, and you don't have to go through like the process of like FAQ. You have to chat with this person. Like if you are in my territory, like you just message me on the app really quick and I'm gonna respond to you right away. Like it
that's
comes
nice.
through right. So I'm kind of like that friend that you can just be like, hey, quick question, like Katie is gonna do this and this, is that okay? Or I need help with this. So I'm there to help with that too.
I wonder how many messages she's missing right now by doing this with us.
Well, the fact that this morning, probably not that many. If it was like a Friday night,
That's
Right.
true.
probably
yeah.
a completely
I
different
will
story.
say, but I'm never like bombarded with messages. I feel like parents are pretty great about it, and our platform is pretty straightforward too. It's just
Good.
those like random little things. But yes, our member care team is excellent. If there's any sort of issue, we will like, normally what we would do is we would pause the sitter on the app so that they can't actively take any more things, and then we would kind of work with that on a case-by-case basis. But
Got it.
things do not slip through the cracks with Bambino. They're always checking, even messages, things like that. They're always wanting to make sure that everything's being handled perfectly.
Yeah, it sounds very thorough.
It
and
is, yeah.
thoughtful. And okay, so the app, is it just Bambino Sitters?
Yep, Bambino
Okay.
Sitters. It has a cute little orange logo with a bee in it.
I love,
yeah.
I love knowing the visual cue too.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what we look like
Yeah.
on there. And then when you download the app for parents, you'll just set up your little profile. You put a picture on there. It was so cute. I had a sitter who I was her first like booking on Bambino, and she was like, "I've always been so nervous, but then like I saw your profile picture, and I was like, oh, I just like she looks so sweet." So I always say, I was like, "Oh, thank you." My husband's like, "What's your profile picture?" I was like, "It's just me smiling. Like I don't know. I just like we looked
sweet?
friendly." Yeah, so that's on there too. So yeah.
Very cool.
Well, and what a great service. I mean, especially as we get into those cooler months where we know so many events are happening, and suddenly, I mean, I've had friends say, I can't make it, sitter canceled at the last minute now, so their plans change, so.
Yeah, I mean, that happens, especially like flu season.
Oh,
Totally,
Yes.
completely.
Yeah, if you
Yes.
have like one sitter and that's it, and they get
Right.
taken down by the flu.
So it's great to
know.
have this that then provides trusted sources for you to bring in somebody to spend some time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing
Thank
about
you.
your incredible app. This is such a needed
Yes, we're
service.
super excited.
Yeah. So we're glad to have it in Arizona. Parents out there, if this is something you're interested in, you know, make sure you download Bambino Sitters. If I could say it right,
Bambino Sitters.
And get started today. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't.
I
wanna
know,
do
right?
that. Yeah.
I know the weekend's coming. I mean, it's only Monday. You only got a few more days.
Marshall's
to find-
already like ahead. Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, can I?
Right, you're
thinking
gonna
it's like,
fill up your
I could get
calendar.
somebody. It's like, oh, wow, somebody could like show up to the house.
I need that for dogs. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Bethany. It has been such a joy learning about this.
Thank you.
And yeah, please reach out if you have any questions. We'll be sharing the information about the app and all the good stuff on our site when the episode is live. And keep it right here. Marshall's got more weird things to talk about.
Exactly.
Okay, Marshall, this is one of my favorite things to do segments because these are ones that were sent in by viewers
Oh,
or guests.
fun, yeah.
So this is one of my absolute favorites that we get to highlight your picks. So we're guaranteed not to have Taylor Swift probably in this lineup, but I could be wrong. We'll see. Okay, so first up, we've got Vincent Rutley's birthday book release at the Queen Creek Recreational and Aquatic Center. That is a mouthful, happening at 3 p.m. On Saturday. And so basically, you are invited to come celebrate the birthday and release of Elijah and the Potter, the ultimate birthday bash and book release party for Vincent. This is a faith-based children's book author and is releasing his very first book, so congratulations on that. And yeah, it just looks like a lovely day maybe to take the family out and celebrate a local author.
Right.
Tickets are $45 for a single ticket, $75 if you want to do a family ticket, which does also include an autographed signing of the book.
Aww.
And all ages are welcome. So there you go, out in Queen Creek. Yeah, congratulations and happy birthday, Vincent.
That's right.
Okay, I don't know who submits this one because it's mine, and so it feels kind of weird saying like, I didn't put it in there. But this is my workshop, AI for business. So you know, I think we've talked about it before. This is really meant to be sort of a one-on-one, 101 kind of level experience. If you've got a lot of experience with AI, you know, I'm probably not going to be what you're looking for. But if you are a small business, local business, and you're just starting out wanting to use AI to be a little bit more efficient, get some more high quality things done, or you know, just do it in a tenth of the time. I'm going to have some really great tools and tips and things for you to explore and put in your toolkit should you want it. So that is happening. It's a Thursday night from 6 to 7:30, and tickets are $20. You can get them at onthemorningshow.com. Okay, and then we have even more. Isn't that exciting? we've got Global Grooves happening.
Ooh.
It's a celebration of dance diversity at the Phoenix Center for the Arts, our good friends over there at Phoenix Center for the
Yeah.
Arts. And this is at 3:30 p.m. on Sunday. This was sent in by the owner of One World Dance and Music, who
Oh.
was also a performer at our open house party. So
Yeah.
thanks for sending that in. But what this event is, you go on a culture adventure right in the heart of downtown Phoenix as they present Global Grooves. It's a vibrant, uplifting show that celebrates diverse music and dance all throughout the global community. So I think it's just going to be a really bright, kind of exciting
Fun.
performance. This is all ages welcome. Again, it starts at 3:30 p.m. It's $25 for adults, $12 for kiddos that are 12 and under. So again, you can bring your whole family out to this one if you'd like. And last but not least, we've got the ASU Project Humanities. It's their 12th annual Hacks for Humanity Hackathon. This is happening at the ASU Tempe campus at 7:30 p.m. Kicks off on Friday and then runs through Sunday. And they are looking for participants and volunteers to come and take part in this. This is not just a hackathon. This is what you're in store for, a 36-hour innovation marathon. So participants are from diverse backgrounds. They include students, faculty, staff, and community members who come together to develop technical solutions that address pressing local and global challenges.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I see you nodding along.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in participating, you have to be 18 or older and register for the team you're interested in being on. So some examples are artists, coders, designers, engineers, entrepreneurs, and you could actually win, are you ready for this? Up to $10,000 in cash prizes. There's also going to be a raffle for prizes that value up to $5,000. And they really want to make sure that you know this is not just for coders and techies. This is really an invitation for anyone to come.
And when they say anyone, they mean anyone.
Yeah, they do.
You don't have to be a techie at all because there's other folks that do that. So everyone gets to do their own little project as a piece of this.
Yeah. So you do have to register whether you want to participate, be a volunteer, or sponsor the event. They are actively looking for sponsors as well. And, you know, I think you could easily just Google ASU Humanities Hacks for Humanity, and it'll come right up. So always fascinating to kind of see what comes out of that.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing your picks for things to do. We want more, though. I'm greedy, so keep sending them.
More.
That's right. You can email us at hello@onthemorningshow.com or hit us up on Instagram at onthemorningshow.